Monday, October 20th, and we are blessed with a double header in the NFL for Monday Night Football. Two great matchups, and in this video, you are going to get the best 4 player props on the whole entire slate, not to mention my favorite players to get into the end zone. And we're not done yet because we have the Sportsbook Play of the Day. Let's discuss it all in this video, so make sure you're paying attention, make sure you're locking in, and get ready to make some money.
Sub to the channel, we drop picks on the daily, dropping knowledge every day, and you don't have to pay me, we just keep stacking wins while the rest moving lazy.
Now, gang, before we get rocking and rolling and going over all of these perfectly crafted free plays that I have in store for you for Monday night, I need you to go ahead, smash that like button. Great way to support the channel for absolutely free. It pushes the video out in the algorithm, getting more eyes on, more people cashing with us, and on top of that, 200 likes on this video, I'll drop a premium VIP play over on Winible for absolutely no cost at all. Just those 200 likes. If you're new here, we make money almost every single day, cashing out day after day. So make sure you subscribe. I drop these every day, never missing a beat. You won't want to forget this channel. We have been on an absolute burner. Now, if you want to start taking this more serious, if you want to start cashing more bets, this is the single most important thing that you can do for yourself, for your wallet. Visit my buddy Stan down below in the description. Get to Winible. It's absolutely free. I drop free plays over there. I do giveaways, tons of different options. Go over, get in. Free Discord as well. Great community. I could not brag enough about the community that we are building. It is the best sports betting community on the entire internet. So get over there. Like I said, down below, my buddy Stan is in the description. He is not the cell phone number. That is me. I will still help you out, but just so you know, if you want just to get over to the Winible free plan, Stan's got it down below. Now, what did we do on Sunday? I told you, I didn't hit for you guys, and I'm really, really upset about it. Rashee Rice, probably my favorite combination on the whole entire slate. Patrick Mahomes with Rashee Rice. I thought Patrick was going to get over 300 yards. I liked Rashee Rice for nearly 100 yards, and he got 46. Didn't cash us out. We only took him for 50. That's all we needed. Everything else on the free play cashed. The baseball, it's still happening now, but the football free play, everything else cash, but Rashee Rice didn't get it done. I honestly misread, I guess you could say, the potential of a blowout in that game. The Raiders, historically, it doesn't matter how bad they are, they play a very tough matchup when they go up against their division rivals, the Kansas City Chiefs. On Sunday, it was a different story. It was a 31-0 blowout. The Chiefs took the starters out at the fourth quarter. It shouldn't even have been that close. Rashee Rice should have already cashed, so I'm not making excuses, but that definitely did not help our case in cashing that play. I apologize. We'll get right. And then the Sportsbook Play of the Day. I know if you're new here, you're like, dude, you're telling me about your losses. Well, we talk about them here, but there's plenty of wins to go around, so just wait a couple seconds here, and I'll get to those. But I want to talk about the free plays because the Sportsbook Play, the Colts, who I think are fraudulent, who have Daniel Jones, who I cannot stand as a Giants fan. I think I'm wrong. I don't think they're fraudulent. Jonathan Taylor is having a massive career year, looking absolutely unstoppable. Daniel Jones is cooking. Maybe it's the Giants franchise, the Giants organization that was doing him wrong. Maybe I'm wrong about him. I tell you what, I won't be fading them again. The Chargers absolutely cooked. The AFC West looked like it was going to be the tightest division in the NFL. And I think the Chiefs are going to walk away with it. After that rocky start, they're getting healthy. Their best players are coming back to the field. I think they're going to destroy everybody, which is why this is a bonus free play for you guys. I haven't even dropped it on Winible yet. I'm going to drop it for free. I locked in today, plus 550 for the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. I just don't see anybody else in the AFC that can beat them when they're at their best. Josh Allen, we already know his curse against them. That's maybe the only team that has a chance in the AFC. There's only 3 or 4 good teams in the AFC, and then it drops off an absolute cliff, and I just have to bank some money on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs at the very least to get to the Super Bowl and probably win. Now, what did we do on Sunday night in premium? Glad you asked. We took a ton of shots. Those big shots missed. We didn't have we had Rashee Rice on some of them slips, so that didn't cash, but we did cash a ton of slips. After the dust settled, I was very, very pleased with what happened. Members were cashing left and right all Sunday long. Monster play that this member cashed, $30 to $1,200. Absolute banger of a play. Now, I posted this play separately, 2 different 3-mans. He combined them. Easy bucket cash. I absolutely love to see it. Now, my VIP, my premium is structured very, very different than probably a lot of you guys that follow other people, because I'm not naive enough to think I'm the only guy you're watching. I know you're probably out there hunting for free plays, who's the best sports bettor in the world. I'll tell you, you found one right here. But my plan is very, very different. We take a ton of shots. We have a safety play. So I'm bringing back what I did all MLB season that worked very, very well. We're going to have a tiered system once again. So if you want to go 3-0 and sweep so you can brag to your friends that you didn't lose a play, there'll be plays for you. They'll be structured out. If you want to take shots, if you want to go 2 for 10, but you want to make $300, that'll be in that plan as well. It's all encompassing. It'll all be right in premium, but I'm just letting everybody know that's in premium. I already told some of you in the Discord, some of you aren't in the Discord that are in premium. I just want you to know I'm going to bring that back. It's going to be structured, a better product, and I think it'll be really, really beneficial for a lot of you guys that just don't really know what you're doing. Now, this was a easy buckets one. I gave Quinshawn Judkins out in yesterday's free play video of my favorite player to score a touchdown. And typically when I say this is my favorite player to score a touchdown in the video, he gets more than one touchdown. Quinshawn Judkins did just that, getting 3 on the day. We paired him up with an absolute lock and Josh Jacobs, who scores just about every single game. Easy buckets. A member turned $5 into $12.50. Another member took my other touchdown play, Tyler Warren with CD Lamb, $5 into $20, a nice 4x payout in there as well. Then we had another play, Zach Ertz, Trey McBride, $20 to $80, another 4x play. We were smashing touchdown plays all day long. And then this is what I'm talking about. These were mixed in. I did release the plays in premium by like odds and how much I favorited it versus how much of a risk it was. And this was right about in the beginning there. Nice safety play for us. Plus 118. Keenan Allen, Harold Fannin, Travis Kelce. No sweat at all, cashing us out at that plus 118. And then this one, once again, was a 4x play on Prizepicks. So I already showed it. But CD Lamb, Tyler Warren, easy bucket touchdown. Then we had Quinshawn Judkins, who I loved every single prop for him on Sunday. We took him again, 4 yards in premium, along with Lad McConkey to get 4 receptions. Easy cash, easy buckets. So it was a great night, especially because this play, I put this out about a week ago when the line was still -6.5 at that -128 payout. I locked this in on 3 different books. I must have forgot to add the other screenshot. I locked this in at 3 different books because they wouldn't let me put more than $10,000 on each one of these. I love this spot for them. Mike Vrabel revenge game. Now, full transparency, I locked this in right before they fired the head coach. So that did kind of get me a little bit nervous, since it was like not a true revenge game, because the coach that they replaced him with was fired already. But he still had revenge on that organization. The Titans are the worst team in the NFL. The Patriots are on a burner. Drake May is phenomenal. It was an amazing play. We cashed out. I told my members to go heavy as they can afford, and they did just that. I made 30 units on that play. Now, I talked about how Sunday we didn't make any money on the free YouTube, but Saturday we made a boatload of money. We missed the sportsbook play on Saturday because Auburn is a fraudulent organization and we'll never touch them again. But the 4-man player prop play that I gave out on Saturday, easy buckets cash. We had Marcel Reed for rushing yards, Jeremiah Love for rushing and receiving, who destroyed this line with rushing yards alone, his biggest game of his career, the most rushing yards on the ground by any running back against USC in the organization's history. Absolutely perfectly called. Then we had Randy Pittman for 2.5. He cleared us out with Thomas Castellano over 225. Easy buckets. A nice 10.1x play. Absolutely phenomenal call. We will do that again. Sundays just didn't go our way because Rashee Rice, I didn't see the Chiefs going up 31-0 and taking all their starters out in the 4th quarter like it was a preseason game. It was absolutely embarrassing for the Raiders. They need to really think about what the hell they're doing over there in Las Vegas. Those fans deserve better. So we had a phenomenal Sunday. Sunday Night Football is actually going on right now. So it's cooking. We got a couple plays there. We got Monday Night Football I'm about to drop. And if you want all my Monday Night Football plays, if you want all my plays for the whole entire month, code PAT, P-A-T, is still active. You can get 90% off for the whole entire month just by using code PAT, locking in with us, and taking advantage. There's also day passes available with a discount code as well. And what I'm actually going to do here, because we didn't win any of the plays that I gave out to you guys in yesterday's video, except for the Quinshon Judkins touchdown. If you put that in separate, we didn't hit anything else because of Rashee Rice. What I'm going to do for you is, if you go over to Winible, you grab a day pass, you type in MNF for Monday Night Football, MNF, you will get a free day pass on me. All the premium plays for free for Monday. Just get on over there and see what we cooked up. Now, what are the free video plays? They're perfectly crafted, boys. They are perfection. I absolutely love these plays. Let's talk about them. Let's discuss them, and let's see what we have cooked up. First, we are going with Baker Mayfield taking on the Lions. We're taking him for over 1.5 passing touchdowns. I love Baker Mayfield in this spot. Detroit defense gives up a ton of touchdowns. They rank 28th in the NFL in touchdowns allowed, which is absolutely absurd. And Baker Mayfield is an MVP front runner for this season, having a phenomenal year. He's gotten 2 in just about every single game, except for this fluky game here against the Jets, where the Jets actually almost won, but they're the Jets, so they didn't, and they still don't have a win. Tampa Bay is going to come out to play. Now, whether they win or lose in this game, it should be a very, very good matchup. I think Tampa Bay is one of the best underdog teams in the entire league. They're underdogs in this matchup as well. All the money's on Detroit, so do with that information what you will. I would probably take Tampa Bay with some plus money points and add a little alternate spread there if I was going to touch that game at all. Now, as far as scoring touchdowns, I think there's going to be plenty of touchdowns in this game. I think Baker Mayfield's going to get it done. You got to remember, Bucky Irving's still out. Rashee Rice is great out of the backfield. We absolutely love him out of the backfield, but he is not a very good power runner. So if they get in the red zone, they're not going to just hand it off to him. If he does get a touchdown, it's going to be through the air. So we love Baker Mayfield over 1.5 touchdowns scored. Now, Chris Godwin is out. Emeka Egbuka and Mike Evans are game time decisions right now as I record this video. I'm leaning towards Emeka playing. I'm not sure about Mike Evans. They still got K-Dot and Sterling Shepard, Tez Johnson, who had that amazing catch last week. Tons of weapons for Baker to still perform. He's going to get it done through the air and probably with his legs in this game. So we're taking Baker here over 1.5 touchdowns scored through the air, passing touchdowns. So over 1.5 passing touchdowns. And we're pairing that up, correlating that with Rachaad White. I already said I think he's going to dump it down. Rachaad White is not a good red zone back. He just isn't. But he's great out of the backfield. He can flip out, get a screen, fade out to the side. Baker can hit him in stride, getting into the end zone. And Detroit ranks 24th. We already talked about that. They are atrocious at defense as far as touchdowns against. They give up a ton of points. I think this game is going to be high scoring. I absolutely love this spot for this type of correlated play. And I love Rachaad White. He gives us a ton of options. Just in case he does rip off a big run and run one in, we still clear this line. But I really think Baker's going to feed him off to the side. Rachaad's going to get in and score us that touchdown when we need it most. And then, like I said, he's got tons of other options. That's just my favorite one on Monday to get into the end zone for Tampa Bay. And this brings us to the Seattle-Houston game, where I think Sam Darnold's going to have a pretty good game. Now, Houston's defense is amazing. They have one of the most underrated defenses in the NFL, but we're still taking Sam Darnold here over 199.5 passing yards. So I like him for 200 in this game. Now, they haven't given up a ton of points at all season long. When you look at what they've given up, it's less than 3 touchdowns in every single matchup. But what they have done is they've given up passing yards and receiving yards. For instance, when they play premier talents, which I think Sam Darnold is in the NFL, they give up passing yards. They had Matt Stafford, Baker Mayfield, both of which went over 200. Those are the only real tough games that the Texans have had on their schedule. So that's the two that I'm really honing in on as far as taking this prop. Matthew Stafford, 245. Baker Mayfield, 215. Now, as far as the Bucs receivers go, it was kind of spread out, but 130 yards is what Puka Nacua got against this Texas defense. I know Texans, amazing defense, but they can still get burnt. They just don't give up a ton of touchdowns. So we're taking Sam Darnold here. He's cleared this line in every game this season. I don't think even with that premier elite defense of the Houston to stop. I love him in this spot here still. We're bumping it down just a little bit. His normal line is 220. We're just going to take 200 here and call it a day. I absolutely love Sam Darnold to surpass 200 yards on Monday. Now we're taking Jackson Smith-Njigba over 17.5 fantasy points scored over on Prizepicks. And if you don't have Prizepicks, use code FFAPE. And when you play $5, you get $50 just for signing up with code FFAPE. And on top of that, you can lock in this play. There's also tons of discounted lines over there as well. Prizepicks, code FFAPE. And a little cherry on top is you get a free month of premium plays when you send me the screenshot as proof to the number below. Now, how can he get these? Are you not familiar with the fantasy score on Prizepicks? I'll break it down for you. You get them with receptions, receiving yards, and touchdowns. I think he can do it in a multitude of ways. We took Jamar Chase on Thursday night over his fantasy score, and he cleared that with ease. I think JSN does the same on Monday Night Football. Now, 17 is a pretty tall task, but I think he gets about 8 or 9 receptions in this matchup. So if you're not going to take fantasy points, go with the receptions. The yards is set a little premium. They're a little bit high on the yards here. 87.5. And as you can see, Houston's defense does not give up a lot of receiving yards, allowed 5th and 12th, respectively. Very, very tough against the wide receivers. But like I said, Puka Nacua, who JSN, he might not be on the Puka level just yet, but is very, very high up there. An elite wide receiver one, having an amazing year. He's cleared 100 yards in just about every single game. If he hasn't cleared it, he's come very close. He's gotten 79 yards as his lowest on the season. He averages 91.5, so well over this number. So he could very well get this number, but I just like the fantasy score that much more because it takes into account the receptions, and I think he's going to be targeted a ton in this matchup, which will turn into receptions because JSN really does not drop the ball very often. We're taking JSN here over this fantasy points. We absolutely love it. That is the play, the 4-man. Now, I also have my favorite 2 players to get into the end zone. We got Rachaad White already, who was my absolute favorite 1-2 score on Monday, but we also have another 2-man parlay that we're going to put in separately to cash us out. And we're not overthinking this one at all. We're taking Rachaad White with Jahmyr Gibbs to get into the end zone on Monday. I really want to target this Tampa Bay Detroit game more so than the Texans Seahawks game, but because I think there's going to be more touchdowns scored in this game, giving us more options to cash out on. So it's a safer game to target. So I absolutely love Jahmyr Gibbs with Rachaad White. Jahmyr Gibbs, he's going up against the Tampa Bay defense, who also gives up a ton of touchdowns, 23rd in the league. This under-over is also very high at like 53.5, so I love that for us as well. He did not get into the end zone last week against the Kansas City Chiefs, breaking his streak. He was gone a 4-game streak of getting into the end zone. I think he rights the ship here on Monday against Tampa Bay's banged up defense, lackluster defense in this department. We love Gibbs in this matchup for the same reasons that we like Rachaad White, except he's good in the red zone. And he also catches the ball out of the backfield. So it's an amazing, amazing slip here. Jahmyr Gibbs, Rachaad White. Now, the payout won't be as high, but I wanted to give you guys something a little bit safer on Monday so we can cash out because we went balls to the wall on Sunday and we got burnt by Rashee Rice, just like everybody on the freeway. Now, we got Jahmyr Gibbs going up against the Lions. They rank 16th in touchdowns against running backs and 23rd in touchdowns against overall, which is exactly why we're taking him versus like a David Montgomery, just because we got that dual threat option in there where he can either run it in or catch it and run in. Absolutely love this play. Jahmyr Gibbs, Rachaad White. That is the official 2-man anytime touchdown parlay for Monday. There's also one more player. We're going to lock this one in separate, but I have to talk about him because I just have a gut feeling that he will be having a massive game on Monday. And I've called Pat Freiermuth. I've called Jamar Chase. I've called so many guys out for having big games, Quinshon Judkins. And I think Cade Otton's the next one up to deck here. He's going to get into the end zone, maybe even twice. So lock it in straight as a anytime by himself to get into the end zone, and then lock it in again, sprinkle on it for him to get in twice. All these people on the Bucs are banged up. Mike Evans and Emeka Egbuka, even if they play, they're still a little bit banged up. And if they don't play, I love this play even more. We're taking Cade Otton. He hasn't scored all year. He's due. He's going to get in the end zone very soon. I think Baker Mayfield's going to find him early and often. So this is a little bonus anytime touchdown play. It's not going to be a part of a two-man. You could add him in as a three-man. This is your money. Do what you want. These are just the plays I like. This is just my recommendations. Cade Otton here to get into the end zone on Monday. He hasn't scored yet. I love this tight end. I love this spot for him against this defense. I think he gets in, maybe even twice, worth a sprinkle. So take it to the bank. And now this brings us to the sportsbook play of the day. Now I'm showing it to you on FanDuel because I can show it to you on the desktop, and it's nice enough to where you guys can see what I'm doing here. But we're locking this one in on ONYX. Go get ONYX. It's an app where it's a sports book. You can lock in all of these plays. It's very beneficial to have, especially if you're in premium and you live in a state like Texas or California where you cannot get a sports book. You can get ONYX. It is legit. And when you sign up with code FFAPE, you get a free $15 just for signing up. And when you deposit $10, you get a $100 in bonus bets. This is literally the best promo on the entire market. And I'm adding another cherry on top. If you send me the screenshot of you using code FFAPE on ONYX, you will get a free month of VIP for 30 days to lock in with us and cash out all month long. So take advantage, get ONYX, sign up with code FFAPE, send me the screenshot, and you are in. You can start winning and cashing out with us. Now, what are we taking for the sportsbook play of the day on Monday? I already told you I love the over. The over is set at 53.5 in that Bucs-Lions game. I think that might even clear by itself. But we don't want to be a fool. We don't want to take what the sports books have in front of us because that is just the sucker's bet. That's what they want us to do. We're taking over 48.5. Why? Because I think that this team, both of these teams could easily score 4 touchdowns, but I'm quite literally willing to bet that one of them will, and the other one will probably score 3, which clears out 28-21, giving us 49 points, clearing us out easy buckets. This is probably my favorite number to take when the under-overs are so high, just because I have full faith that they're going to score 7 touchdowns total as a game. I love this spot for this play. So we're taking over 48.5 for the Bucs-Lions game. I think there's going to be a ton of points scored in this one. And then the Texans Seahawks. I don't think there's going to be a ton of points in this one, so we're not touching the under-over. We might in a premium play that you can get for absolutely free with code Monday Night Football, MNF. It's not all Monday Night Football. MNF, you can get a free day pass. We might do something in there with who's going to win, who's going to lose, the under, the overs, all of that good stuff. But the Texans-Seahawks game, we're taking the Texans here, plus 10.5. All of the money is on Seattle. But Seattle is not what they used to be at home. The 12th man has been silenced. The Texans' defense is amazing. Even if they give up 17 points, they will score 10. So this will easily cash. I love this play. I think it's perfectly crafted. Minus 107, just about doubling up your money. I like to typically give you guys plus money plays, but we've failed to hit the last 2 days. So we're going to play it a little bit safer here so you guys can get some more money in your pocket since I've let you down those last 2 days. So lock this one in over 48.5 for the Bucs-Lions over and Texans plus 10.5. Thank you guys so much for your time. Thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for all the support in the channel, in the Discord. You guys are amazing. I love this community. Let's keep on winning. We are so hot right now, even when we have bad days, because today felt like a bad day because we didn't hit any long shots. But we still made a shit ton of money. I personally went up 45 units with that 30-unit banger that we cashed. Thank you guys for riding with me. Let's keep on cashing. Let's ride into the holiday season right around the corner and get some more presents under that tree. Let's go. I couldn't be more excited to build with you guys. Thank you guys so much for your time. I'll see you in the next free play video. We'll see what we have. If there's an MLB game, I'll be dropping plays for that as well. I fully think there is. I haven't looked at the score. Let's check it out live while we're recording the score for the Seattle Mariners game. Blue Jays, we have Blue Jays too in premium 4-0. I really feel like this is going to go game 7, and then it's really hard to call with the Blue Jays being at home, and then the Dodgers probably walk through the World Series and take another crown because they're a literal cheat code and have the best player in baseball. But that looks good for us. So we're probably going to have another game on Monday unless something crazy happens here. We got the Blue Jays, like I said, in premium. We had them for team total over 3.5. So that's already cashed in the 4th inning as well. So we're looking good, cashing it, hopefully cash another slip over in premium. Get over there, free Monday Night Football. That's all I got for you guys. Thank you guys sincerely for everything. I've already said it 100 times, but truly I couldn't be doing this without you guys. I absolutely love talking football, love talking sports, and we'll just keep on riding, keep dropping these plays every single day. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.